Okay, so it's your boy Seth Stoner from the Lonely Stoner podcast, back again with another video. Now this one's gonna be a bit different than my typical videos because it's gonna be completely off the cuff and pure demonstrate talking about some edibles that I recently procured, right? Now, this is the problem with edibles. And when I say edibles, we all know what I'm talking about. Whatever. Whatever. We all know, right? Problem with the edibles is, gummies, I'll call them. I'll refer to them as gummies because that's what they were, right? The problem with these gummies is, this is my friend who was making them, and they are a very good cook. I give it, they are a very good cook. So the fact they're able to make gummies that are potent is no surprise, right? But the problem with gummies in general is that you can eat so many so quickly and they'll get you so high, get you so geeked, so fried, like it's ridiculous, right? Even if they're not that strong and you end up taking like 4 of them, you're going to be gone. And that's what happened to me. I was absolutely gone, right? And because for me, they're never instant. They always take a good chunk to kick in. It always takes at least a good half hour, 40 minutes for me for it to kick in. Now, some people feel it in like 15 minutes. Some people feel it instantly. Some people feel it like me after half an hour. Some people feel it after even like an hour, right? But yeah, and when they hit, they hit. And again, it's far more intense than, regular rassing it. Regular barking it, like that's like run of the mill at this point, right? And that's why I prefer barking it, because it's easy. You do it every day. Do you know what I mean? It's not hard. Like, you can do it. Do you know what I mean? You can do it, and if you get too fried, you can stop. If you're not fried enough, you can continue. But with an edible, once you've eaten it, you've eaten it. So no matter how fried this gets you, you're going on that journey regardless. It feels like, not gonna. I was gonna say something else, but you're just being forced. I was gonna say something crazy. It doesn't feel like that, obviously, but you're just being forced into getting fried, which I don't like. It should be chilled, relaxed. Go as far as you want. If you want to go further, then you know what I mean. Like, but edibles is not like that. Gummies, you pop them, and you know what I mean. You're rolling the dice, right? And as I was with my friend who was actually making it themselves, as they're making it, I'm like testing it. They're like, okay, how does this taste? Should I add more like sugars? Should I add like more flavor and shit like that, right? But yeah, it's like they give me like this little bowl to try it out of, right? And I eat like half the bowl, and they're like, damn, you weren't supposed to eat that much. And I'm like, oh, damn. But I'm feeling okay. Again, like I said, it takes a good half hour, 45 minutes for it to kick in for me. So I'm feeling okay, right? And then they're making more. They're like making more gummies. They do you know what I mean? Putting it in the molds and getting it out and like, taste this. I'm tasting it. Like, do you know what I mean? I probably eat like another 3 on top of that, or another 2 on top of that. And then as I'm about to leave, I'm like, yeah, let me take one more for the road, pop that, and then I leave, right? So again, you have to understand. But by which point I'm now probably 20 minutes, half hour into the drive, because I went to a friend's house, got some food, because I had to. I was starving and I was becoming geeked, so needed that food. Went to theirs, ordered the food, it came pretty quick. And then I eat that and I'm like, yeah, I need to go home. Because this ain't... actually, I didn't even get to that. I fell asleep. I fall asleep there because I'm gone. And there was no way I was driving home like that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not one of these, like, scared guys. I've driven geeked. I've driven geeked before and will continue to do so. And I was even pretty geeked this time I drove home, right? But I was like, yeah, I've got to do something to recharge my batteries because I can't make it home like this, right? So I go to sleep for like a good half hour and then I drive home, right? But what was quite the experience, and that is the problem with edibles. That's the problem with gummies. They can get you way too fried off way too little, right? To get that high, I would have to bark like, do you know what I mean? 7 splits, like back to back. Even when I was barking on holiday, I was doing 7 over the course of a day. I wasn't that fried because it was spread out over the course of the day. It just meant I was permanently fried pretty much all day. But I was never just gone to a point where like, I can't do nothing. Again, and that's also another thing, like it gets me way more fried than I ever need to be. Right? There's no need for me to ever be that fried, because at that point I'm literally not doing nothing. Like, I like to get fried to a point where I'm very relaxed. I can watch some TV, see what's going on, go on my phone. But at that point, I was like, bro, I'm just gone. Like, I'm not trying to do nothing. Like, I'll change the song every now and again, but I ain't trying to do nothing. When you're that fried, right? And edibles can get you there. Gummies can get you there. So, and that's not what I want. So that's the problem with edibles. I'd be curious to know what you guys think of edibles. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Yeah, let me know in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.